Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Jason, my guy behind the camera is Trenton, and this is the Diomede Knife Company. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel everyone. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to be looking at fishing knives. More precisely, we're going to be looking at fillet knives. We've got some Gerbers on the table. We've got some Bucks on the table. We've even got a Kershaw fillet knife to look at as well. So let's just jump right into it. We'll look at this first one here. This is believe this is a 10-inch. It's a 10-inch fillet knife from Gerber. You can see that there. Nice molded handle. It's got some hard plastic with some rubber inlays. And it's definitely molded to your hands. Even got this molded thumb ramp right here. Does have a nice guard right here as well. And we'll leave all the model information under each of these so that you guys can, if you want more detail on them, you can go to the manufacturer's website and look that up. As far as the sheath that it comes with, it's just like I guess like a plastic injection molded sheath. It does have two options to carry. It's got one here with your belt, and then also right here you can actually open this up and that will wrap around the knife so you can give some added protection. Also, it does have a clip on the back, so if you wanted to take this dangler style off, then you can do that and then just pop this on your belt. It does also come with a honing rod here, so as you're cleaning fish and the knife starts to dull a little bit, you can freshen up the edge on that. And then it does have a hole down here in the bottom, along with holes here on the side for drainage, so when you're washing it off or whatnot, that water will get out of there. But you can see right here, that's where the retention is, right here on the knife. You just pop that in there and then that holds the knife in there. But you do have the option of lashing this around the knife to give it some added protection. So this is the 10-inch, and I'll show you here. This knife does have flex. So if you're looking for a knife that's got this long blade but does have the flex in it, then this might be a good option for you. They do offer, this one is going to be an 8-inch, which is going to be the same setup, same style sheath, same handle. Everything is just a smaller blade. So you can see in comparison, I'll show you this one compared to the other one. That's going to be your comparison. Substantially larger on the 10-inch versus this 8-inch guy right here. But everything else is going to be the same. And again, with the flexible blade as well. So that might be an option if you don't want as large of a knife. Just depends on what type of fish you are catching and what type of fish you're cleaning. And then we also have this knife as well that's from Gerber, and this is going to be about a 6-inch blade on this one. Same style of handle, but this one is a lockback, so this one is a foldable knife, which is very, very handy. You can throw that in a bag or just keep it in your pocket. It doesn't come with any type of sheath or anything like that, but I'm sure there's something out there that you might have that you could slip that in. It's got a little nail nick right here. You can pull this guy here, if I can find it, there you go, like that, and then it locks up just like that. But really cool. It fits good in the hand, and it's got plenty of blades. So if you do, since it does have, I should say plenty of handle, it does have a smaller blade. So if you need a little bit more length to reach, you could get back here on the back of the handle and still have that reach. And the same thing, it does have a little bit of a bend, but not as much as the other two. So shorter blade, it's a little bit more stout. It's a little more rigid. So that's another option that we offer. And then they also have these shears. These are braided line cutters, and I'll show you these right there. They've got several different tools on there. One of them being a bottle opener, which I'm not sure what you would need a bottle opener for. I guess if you're maybe at home making some leaders or something like that and you needed a bottle opener, you could use that, but I don't see that really being an option for out on the boat. I know that most of us are not carrying glass out on the boat, but they are blunt tip, so you won't have to worry about poking anything. And the shears are serrated on the inside. They have these micro serrations here on the inside. Extremely sharp. Another tool here, this is a slip knot. They call this like a, it says slip knot crimper. So I'm assuming once you make your slip knot, you can pull that through there and it'll help cinch that up. And then also you have your lanyard hole right here where you could attach something to it. So pretty cool tool, and looks like it would come in pretty handy for making leaders and whatnot, unless you're just going to use it just to cut braided line when you're out on the boat. We've also got one from Kershaw, which is this model here, and I believe this is going to be a 9-inch. You can see that here, black rubber molded handle over the lime green like plastic on the handle. Same thing, very comfortable on the hand, feels like it would be very grippy, as same as the other models from Gerber. They've got that grippy texture where if it got wet or you're handling fish and your hands get a little slippery, it seems like this would give you a good hold on the knife. This one it's got some good flex to it as well. So if you're looking for a knife that that's one of the features that you're looking for, this might be a good option for you. But yeah, this is super nice construction on this knife as well as the Gerbers. And then we've got a few here to look at from Buck. Now this first one is, Buck is calling this a cleaver, and it comes in this nice plastic sheath. It's got the belt loop right here where you can run your belt through there, or a lash point, and then the same thing here. If you wanted to put like a lanyard or something right there, you could do that. And it's also have the cut out so the water can drain out of there. Doesn't have one on the very bottom, on the very tip, but this last hole is pretty close to the tip, so I'm sure that most of the moisture would get out of there. But this one is a cleaver, and it's stout. It's got some weight to it. The blade is thick as well right here. It's probably a good 1/8 of an inch. And like I said, if you want to get all the detailed specs on these knives, we'll leave all of the models under each of these knives, and you can go to the manufacturer to get all that information. But same thing here, nice molded, grippy texture, and it's kind of overlaid these darker blue areas where more of a harder plastic. Very comfortable handle, and definitely a cleaver. You can see that it's just got that slight grind up on the blade, so it's very thick up here. So if you're needing to get through some bone or thicker areas on the fish, this would definitely get through that. And you can see this thing has no flex at all. Super stout. So I guess it would just come down to what type of fish you're catching and cleaning. This may be an option for you if you're needing something that's going to be a little bit stronger. And then they do offer some of the thinner and smaller knives. This one is going to be a 6-inch right here. Same handle material. You can see it still has the same open tang construction on the back with if you wanted to put a lanyard through there or something to lash on there. But this one is going to have that flex. Not as much as the Gerber, but it does have the flex. And all these ones from Buck do have the coated blades, which should really help with corrosion resistance. But so this is it's pretty small. It's pretty short. It's kind of along the lines of that lockback Gerber that we looked at. And then this last one that we have is going to be a larger and more stout. It's more along the lines of that cleaver, but it's going to give you a little bit thinner blade material, but a lot more length. You can see that there, same handle material, same setup there, but definitely a longer blade. Now, as far as flexibility, it doesn't, I mean, it's got a tiny bit, but I would still consider this pretty rigid. but definitely going to give you, if you wanted to find that happy medium between a cleaver style and maybe a standard fillet knife, this might be the one that you're looking for. You can see that there. So definitely a longer blade on this one as well. So this is just some of the fillet knives that we offer at our retail store. We've got more in stock, different variety, different handle materials, different sizes. So if you guys are interested and you're local to us, stop in and check out and see what we have. That's all we're going to have for today's episode. We just want to give you a look at our inventory at this current time. Until the next episode, remember guys, to keep those tips up.